I found this to be very entertaining, and I wish the whole thing was done by Zittrain. I thought Jonathan Zittrain is a very intelligent and quick-witted individual. I didn't know I was going to be getting a history level lesson as well in this talk. And Jonathan Zittrain mentioned the radio example from North Korea, how they only have 3 channels, punch cards for automatic counting machines for the census in 1890, how this guy knew to rent them per machine per year to make money. Talking about different sterile technologies, things that the average user can't do without men in lab coats. Talking about how it went from being sterile to where anybody could be able to invent and develop on. He was talking about how the PC from 1992 didn't change until 1980. It would run any code you'd give it, and that's provides the basis for any modules, freeware and shareware. Um, Talking about if the idea that no one could think that the IP could work and how Vint Cerf made it happen. Talking about best effort routing, and yet somehow it works. And we're talking about 2 guys from the Netherlands taking on the world, how Kazaa broke the music industry, how Skype might do a lot of damage to the telephone industry, and how they're working on this new thing for video. I'm wanting to check it out later, and talking about how Wikipedia works, even though you don't expect it to, or couchsurfing.net, and that makes a lot of sense. How it talks about would you ever expect this? What do you think when you hear about just sleeping on a stranger's couch, that just someone on the web, but they claim to have 1 million successes and he believes it? Generativity across the layers, it's all very fascinating. Talking about so spammers are buying human power at 250 an hour for the captcha, or doing free porn so you can see the captcha, or you have to use the captcha to get the porn. They could win the Nobel Prize for evil. Yeah, you're talking about the Captain Crunch whistle. I hadn't heard that in a while. The tone for free long distance. AT&T could change this because it was a monopoly, and talking about the difference between security and security versus quick development, or talking about how Jobs makes everything really secure, and how he's okay with this, and I'm Steve Jobs, I can do this, and I just really enjoyed Zittrain's I guess acting per se, and he's a very funny man, and he can put things in perspective quite well. Um, Steve Jobs, the iPhone store, everything was sort of different than Bill Gates. It you know much more different. There wasn't a central hub of control, and like Facebook now can be asked to build games and things because it does have that central hub of control, the generative pattern, and it's very neat to think of. And I thought it was great when he brought up the example of in the Netherlands, where they removed all traffic signs, lights, and lines. And when they got rid of most of this stuff, people paid more attention, and there's actually less accidents. And this worked in the Netherlands. He said it may not work in Mexico City. But all of this is very fascinating to think about, and I enjoyed Zittrain. I've heard Lessig before, and Seraph was fun to hear, but really I do enjoy listening to Zittrain, and if I'm going to read any book in this class, it will be, any book in addition to what you're assigning, that one book. But if for extracurricular, I think I would like to read his novel. Yeah, it's free, but getting a hard copy might be nice. I think I've past my time, so I'll see you tomorrow.